Welcome to the Lost at Home podcast. Here are your hosts, Scott Bear and Jeremiah Johnson.
Welcome to the Lost at Home podcast. My name is Scott.
I'm Jeremiah.
And we are here this week with a very, very special guest. We have a third host this week.
That's right.
A lot of our fans may already know the name Christopher Ball from us mentioning him probably every other episode for many episodes.
Two episodes ago. Yeah.
So, you want to say hi, Chris?
What's shaking, everybody?
Oh, cool.
There we go. And that is the last you will ever hear from Chris on the Lost at Home podcast.
Get the fuck out of here!
I love you all.
So here, when did you start listening to the show? Like early on?
Oh God, it's been.
I want to say it was under episode 100, maybe, but around there.
Yeah, somewhere.
Yeah.
In that
But then you widgets caught up and all that good
hey,
stuff.
you did a binge.
And not only that, you're not just a dedicated listener.
Wait, Chris.
Yes.
Nodding on air. No one can hear that.
Yeah.
I swear to God.
For the listener, Christopher Ball nodded in approval.
Listen, I swear to God, I'm designed for YouTube, not this shit. But whatever.
There we go.
You have recorded podcasts before. You know all about them. So
all alone.
Yeah, you had the content control pod going on for a little while. That was a good show about indie music that I enjoyed.
Which I'm sure one day that will come back.
You absolutely should bring it back.
Actually, if any listener out there wants to subscribe right now to Content Control Pod, and maybe
check out the whole catalog.
Wait and see if a new episode pops up.
Get to learn some great stuff about some indie music and like stuff you've probably never heard of or you've heard of and you like the fact that somebody else has heard of it. So.
And Jared's music, I might one day come on there.
Boom, boom, boom. Sonic Jalopy. Or just my own. So boom.
Now, we like to start the show in a very specific manner, and there's no reason to eschew that this week. So, Jer, you have a prime number update.
Guess what? People who have been listening to the show for a while know that we are smack dab at the end of our sexy prime quadruplets.
Oh my!
I can't remember the next time they appear, but it is in the tens of thousands or thousands anyway. So yeah, sexy primes are primes that are exactly 6 apart. So we started this back at 261 was the last prime, and then just subtract 6. Sorry guys, I want to go on record and say my brain's not right. Thank you. 267.
Fair enough. We're good.
Also, 267 is a Philadelphia area code. Those of you, we probably have plenty of Philly listeners. I know plenty of friends of mine from Philly and all that. So you already knew that. But those of you out there, congratulations on your prime number area code.
And since I promised the listeners that I would start bringing to the table another use of the number of the episode, I did do 2 comic things. Number 1 is Detective Comics. Number 267 was the first appearance of Batmite.
Yes, right.
Chris, you know more about Batmite than me.
Batmite was the Australian Batman who only power was eating Vegemite. Am I correct? I learned that from Bruce, our good buddy, but he might lie to me.
It's like sucking Swamp Thing's dick, man. That's just terrible.
Oh, yeah. Oh, really?
But I mean, you live in Australia, so everything about you is going to kill you.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Including Batmite.
Batmite's not from Australia. I'm thinking maybe I just don't know Detective Comics.
Chris, what's the closest proximity to another character, or what? How would you describe him?
He's kind of like, if you knew, he's been in the comics and cartoons and stuff over a span of time. He's like a Mixie whatever his name is.
Mixoplix, I think.
Piliac or something like Piliac or
the
whatever.
Unpronounceable name.
Yeah, pretty much. He's like an ultra-dimensional little creature, douchebag, elf kind of thing that who haunts Superman and fucks with things. He's kind of like, if you're a nerd like us, Q from Next Generation.
Like you guys.
Yeah.
I'm kissing my muscles and riding a motorcycle right now. Smoking cigarettes. My idea of what's cool is like fucking retro, man.
Dude,
I'm in a jazz gang.
Sir.
I snapped
fucking Christ.
Anyway.
Wow. A jazz gang.
I'm not the nerd. Yeah.
Now, I did find one other comic that had a very iconic appearance of a first-time villain. This is Amazing Spider-Man, number 267. Now, this issue is special for 2 reasons. It has a great cast. It has the Human Torch, and it has Daredevil in it. That is fucking awesome.
So it's not a Fox or Sony property.
That's a 1-2 punch.
Now, it introduced an iconic villain.
Oh, not a 1-2-3 punch.
An iconic villain. He goes by the name of Ron.
It's like a stepdad. Like somebody's stepdad needed to be like written into it.
This sounds like Deadpool 2.
Yeah, basically, this issue had a villain who is also called the Commuter.
Was it like R.O.N. Like a stand?
No.
Not like robots on nihilism or something.
The issue is called the Commuter, and it was about a robber on a train, and Spider-Man had to try to stop him, and the guy's name was Ron.
I just like the thought of like Stan Lee coming to the table and be like, we have to learn how to sell fewer comic books. What can we do? Well, we can name something the Commuter. Is between that and the DMV.
I feel like I need to
next week come back for
now.
Next week come back for Chad.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm gonna fucking
we already did C.H.A.D.
We actually
We actually had a whole it was Chud. but with Chad.
If this comic book's a 4, I'm gonna put it on my wall. Like this
You
is gonna
should
be a
go-
testament to the show and the fact it's
The
Yeah.
commuter.
Yeah,
For
and here's
God's
the thing:
sakes.
Ron.
get it,
awesome.
and we will sign it and make it worthless. That's right.
We will deface
We will-
that
we
to
will
the
deface
point
it.
of zero
I mean,
value.
it's fucking raw. It depends on what decade it came from.
Actually, I mean,
you just
honestly-
know.
anyway.
You need every famous Ron you ever meet to sign it.
Oh my God, yeah,
That would actually maybe make it worse.
Ron Howard.
Ron Livingston.
Will Ferrell,
That's
Ron
it.
Burgundy.
Ronald Reagan.
He's dead.
Hey,
Ron-
get his
Ronald,
hologram to sign it
His
like
son.
some Tupac
His
concert.
son.
Ronald McDonald.
Ooh.
He's a rapist.
Oh, shit.
I mean,
he got
who
me
is he?
too.
He was in cahoots with Fogel. They had the fast food. They had the fast food pedophile ring.
Ironically
Yeah.
enough, I almost said Subway today.
The Subway's fine now. They're fine.
Trying to
You
think of
know?
other famous Rons.
Like Ron Burgundy's as close as I can get.
Well, yeah, but yeah.
Wow,
Fictional,
there's not
huh?
that many Rons.
I mean, so yeah, you
Ron-
could get him to sign as Ron Burgundy.
right.
That'd be fine.
Well, you know what?
And listeners out there, if you want to get in touch with us and let us know which Rons did we miss?
Ooh.
Here's the thing, probably a lot.
Ron
'Cause,
Jeremy.
I need to find.
Oh,
Ooh.
Ron Jeremy.
Ron Jeremy.
The Ron.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The guy who's as thick as long as dick
long
is
Ron.
Yep.
As,
Oh.
as no one ever called him, probably.
Ron
Yeah,
Johnson.
yeah.
Actually, probably.
Should have, yeah.
Probably someone
Definitely,
else.
yeah. Yeah.
Ron. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
I think I'm out of Ron.
Yeah,
I feel
let's
like I
you
need
know
to
what?
find a musician
Let's
or
come back to
something.
the Rons because this is not what our show's about.
Throughout the show, if anyone remembers a famous Ron, just shout it out randomly.
I will. I'm actually
The
going
more random, the
I'm
better.
literally going to Wikipedia, and the rest of the show is just going to be me.
Just shouting.
53 minutes of me shouting different Ron names for the
You
rest
can
of it.
harass
You guys
me
got
with that on
this one,
social
right?
media as well.
So the show though, we're not a Ron show.
No.
We're not a prime number show. We're not a
yet.
phony show.
We're a podcast where we interview celebrities from time to time, and on the off weeks,
Yeah.
what we do is we take the weirdest, strangest news stories from deep down in the depths of the internet.
Yeah,
and
the cracks,
drag
the
them
crevices.
to the surface. We explain them, we talk about them, and then we twist them into new content like movies, comic books, TV shows.
That's right, yeah.
This show is a de facto form of copyright unless we give you the get-go, because honestly, if you want to make it,
Yeah,
but
and
just
here's
give
the
us
thing.
credit.
And here's the
Give us
thing:
credit.
at some point, you could probably take us to court, and you would probably win because this doesn't technically count as copyright. But we might be able to, get a few bucks.
You know, we're not greedy.
Yeah.
If you just made a movie out of
Take
an
it.
idea we said, just give us some kind of credit.
Yeah.
We'll
Yeah,
we'll
just-
use that shit.
Credit's fine.
We'll have the biggest IMDb for someone who made $0.
It's actually, yeah, it's a new record.
We'll have like producers and creator and writer credits, but
bueno.
zero profits.
We'll also have the record for the least wanted record.
I mean, we'll also take boxes of swag, like T-shirts
Oh, yeah.
and posters
Yeah.
from the
Dildos,
movies, and
yeah.
koozies and dildos and windshield scrapers.
That's why I started my podcast originally.
Oh, just to get like all that
Just
free
swag.
dildos.
No, man. Tapes and vinyl.
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah. because you're like, oh, maybe I'll help, and people are sending like free shit.
I
all the
was
time,
doing
yeah.
good things, for
Promotional
people,
stuff,
and
yeah.
then it just became free things, and then
the biggest amount of swag.
And if something was good, you'd
yeah.
cover it. Boom.
If not, then I mean,
If people want to
someone's
send
gonna
us
be
free
really
stuff,
miserable with me.
we'll.
Well, yeah, Chris,
We'll
you've been a
make
listener
time.
for a long time since you know
Very
this,
long
and a lot of
time.
our listeners have
Very
too.
long
But if you're
time.
newer to the show, we have actually from our guests gotten decent amounts of swag. Like,
do, yeah.
We've had guests on who've given us autographed things like posters and comics.
The now
Dead
R.I.P. Larry Cohen,
Yeah.
who was like one of the most iconic figures in cinema, the indie maverick
He started
filmmaker.
blaxploitation. That's a bit problematic of a brag.
yeah. Well, no, the thing is, though, he didn't, but that's definitely a white person thing to think. like that,
He helped-
I started it. No,
Well, he really did help kind of push that movement forward. He had some of the most famous black
He did, but yeah, because he was a very socially conscious filmmaker. Yes.
Yeah, and he wasn't doing it to exploit black people. He
No.
literally wanted to give black
No,
people
the
roles
movie,
in film.
the movie Bone is considered like in the black community is considered like a highly regarded film. Larry Cohen
He was like
is,
Mel
yeah.
Brooks. He was like, I don't
Yeah.
understand why we can't have black actors in our films.
Yeah.
Let's just do that.
No, and then they were doing that, and then they were like
much.
they were almost like flipping it on their head by like kind of pointing out the ridiculous aspects of society. Be like this, like you guys are fucking nuts. Like these are human beings, crazy. And now we're in 2019, and people still don't apparently realize that. Oscar's so white. Wait, is that done yet? Is that
Did you say Oscar's so white?
Yeah, are we? Is that?
We're past that by at least a year or two.
I'm way behind.
I
First of
didn't-
all,
no, nothing got fixed. Just we're
yeah.
past that.
Oh, yeah.
We're past that hashtag.
yeah, the white
It
people
isn't
just knew.
trendy.
It's just kind of like, yeah, people will forget about it. There'll be
White
something
people.
new. Trump's in on it. We're fucking fine. Yeah.
This is also a show where we talked about hashtags that used to trend. And now,
Hey, remember
no.
this one? Yeah, like you know those like
Remember
retro.
Me Too?
Yeah, the retro comics. The retro comics are always like, yeah, remember Nintendo and all that. Like we could just be the people who remember like 2-week-old hashtags and memes.
I mean, we were just talking about that. We're in the weird generation between that we remember everything.
Yep.
Xennials.
Yeah. Chris actually fits the Xennial.
We're at the
area.
end.
That'd be 83, right?
82.
Yeah. I mean, between 77 and 83. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Somewhere in that.
It's the Star Wars movie eras. Yeah.
It's a fucking beautiful.
It's like literally from the first to the last, right, or something like that. You know better than me for Star Wars release dates, but
Yes, it's pretty much the livelihood
Yes.
of the original trilogy.
yes, yeah.
If you were born during the years the original trilogy aired, you're at
No,
Xennial.
the correlation is like there's no causation there. There's nothing to do with that, but it just happens to be a nice little way to remember the dates. Anyway, we're gonna talk about some fucking stuff here. What you guys got like some web droppings here? We're gonna do.
Yeah, let's play the little theme song first. All right. I brought the first web dropping story to the table.
Oh,
this
you
week.
brought them all.
I actually. Well, no, you found the
Oh
last
no,
one.
I did find one. Yeah, I did find one. Yeah.
All right, we've
Sharon.
talked a little bit in the past about Walmart unleashing an army of robots. Marty was the last one we talked about, the one that looks at the store's shelves and tells them when to restock.
Yes, and actually, that's I will call them friends of the show, even though they've never heard us. That we always are trying to like shout them out because we love them.
Walmart?
Last podcast on the left have a serious issue with Marty. Yeah.
Yeah. I actually know a Marty, and I had to mention to him, like, how do you feel about there being robots at Walmart named after
And people
you?
hate you, and they like deface them and like
Well, it could be
they
like
throw them
creepy.
in. Yeah.
Let's
They're
talk about
really
future hashtags. Fuck Marty. Yeah, he's gonna on Twitter someday and be like, "Aw."
Yeah, I got cyber bullied and AI to death.
Yeah.
First AI
He
suicide.
finally decided to break down and meet the modern world and get online, and the first thing he's like,
Trending on Twitter now. Fuck you, essentially.
Yeah.
So Walmart has unleashed an army of new robots, and this is what we're going to talk about today.
I love the phrase like the words army and robot even close to one another just doesn't sound right.
It's a catch-all to get people's
Yeah.
attention.
Of course it is. It's a headline grabber.
I
Like,
prefer
these
armada of robots.
Yes. Yeah.
It's less frightening.
Ooh, Mr. Fancy Battlestar. Look at you.
My wife was thoroughly scared the other day, weeks ago, with my son at a Walmart, and there was a cleaning robot following her.
That's exactly what the,
whole
story's
fuck-
about.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yes.
Clearly
Yes.
shows my fucking wonderful studying skills on this.
And so the cleaning robot would follow
she
and
was
just
fucking terrified. Like straight up.
Was it
Yeah.
like, okay, I haven't seen
Come
these.
on,
The story
baby.
doesn't show
Come
a picture.
on.
What it looked like.
It's
I'm
like
just gonna go on the record and say probably terrifying.
no,
Like
it's
a
like
lawnmower upside down.
It's
like really
crazy
strange.
sound just following around the store.
it doesn't look awful. It's like a bigger version of that fucking Star Wars robot, the little gray box.
The mouse droid.
The mouse droid, but think of a much bigger version of that, but with
I'm
like a
thinking of
weird
it, yeah.
like air venting hose overhead
Yeah.
that kind of comes out in a weird like.
Yeah.
almost
And then
like-
there's
Where's it go? Does it just suck up dirt and spill it behind it?
I think it's like
Yeah.
an,
I'm going to make sure I always have a job.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah,
It goes
right.
around in circles. Yeah.
Look
Yeah,
busy
that's
all
right,
the time. Yeah,
Yep.
he was doing it. My son's fucking cheering this damn thing on. Like it's only 3.5 years old.
Yeah.
And she's scared. Like she thought it was a security bot.
Do you just tell your kid to feed it? Like throw trash in the ground for it to
Yeah.
eat?
Oh yeah, litter. Yeah, that's a way
Why
to
not,
teach
man?
kids
We
good.
gotta
It's
keep
like a
his job.
pigeon. You
Yeah,
feed them, right?
I like the fact that these
Throw trash on the ground and like have the be like, don't worry, that
Go
keeps someone
go
busy.
to the yard
them
care
forward.
aisle and get that get those the line stuff you use in weed whackers, the rubber the
Yeah.
plastic line, and just put a whole bunch down
Those
like a
thick ones?
vacuum cleaner where it sucks it up and then it jams up the gears. Same thing.
Yeah.
It'll pick it up and probably it'll get sucked in.
Because
And
one day the singularity is gonna happen. My great grandchild
It'll
will
remember
come out,
you.
and that thing's gonna fucking remember my bloodline.
Yeah,
I'm not
yeah, no,
doing
I'm being nice. I'm being nice to all.
I can't say I
robots.
hate them
Hey,
yet.
robots.
so it looked like twice
Hey,
the size
buddy.
of a mouse droid, but with a hose.
It's hard. It's like a mouse droid, but like the size of like a really like,
Easier
but almost
question. Easier question.
smaller.
Does it have a mullet?
Would you fuck it?
Those two are combined.
I mean,
yes.
I
Does it
saw
have
it
a
in
mullet
a.
and
I
would
saw
you
it
fuck
in a
Yeah.
GIF that my wife made of this.
Did
thing
you
'cause
jerk
she's
off to it?
Trying to be
You weren't
clever.
there.
I was not there, but
Okay.
I watched
Yeah.
this thing. Like she was
Yeah.
following it behind
Oh, yeah.
her, like she was
Yeah.
fucking creepy. Like
Oh, you
someone
got
stalking
you
her.
got hard listening to the story. I know
Oh,
that. You're
absolutely.
Like, oh, tell me how this robot
Dude, I'm like-
stalked you. Ugh.
I want to take shopping carts into Walmarts and have them and just put them in the carts so they can't get out of their cage.
It's honestly, it's like the size of a smaller standard grocery cart.
Okay, wow, holy
But like
crap.
lower to the
I also
ground.
like the thought of like some
gotta buy a
redneck
picture of
dude
this
get
shit.
into a fight with one of these things for following his wife around. They're like, "You motherfucker,
It
trying
is
to hit on my
Walmart.
girl," and just like punching this robot and just this
dude,
fucking
it
all-out
is
fist
Walmart.
fight.
Yeah.
And then him just assuming, like the robot assuming that guy's trash
Okay,
because he
okay.
is, and trying to suck him
Listen,
up. And he
haven't
just gets fucking
if
spit
they
out.
can sense a
New
smell,
content already.
I mean,
Okay, real quick. We haven't. We basically have delved into new content. Remember the show Robot
we
Wars?
kind of barely even talked about the story.
And
but
you've heard of Bum Wars.
Yes,
and you've
yeah.
heard of People of Walmart.
Yes.
We combine all three.
Okay.
You got your average people of Walmart who basically are bums,
Netflix is
and
pretty
then you
awesome.
have them
Hear
fight
that,
the-
people?
You have them fight the cleaning robot.
You're saying
do
that
this.
because you
People
were
of
about
Wa-
to go to Walmart to buy some beer
The
earlier.
website People of Walmart would not exist
Oh, I know,
if
I
there
know,
wasn't
yeah, I
a
know.
reason.
No, there's a reason. There's a
we
reason.
film people fighting those robots
Or
in
the
Walmart.
subreddit, same, yeah.
For
Yes.
money.
Oh
for
my God,
profit.
do
yes.
it here
And-
with your drug addicts here, and then your hippies.
Yeah.
And then just speed it up a little bit because you know they're too slow to do anything.
Yeah, that's a good thing about this too. Is like you don't have to like
move really
exploit
slow
the homeless population anymore by having the bum fights. It's literally just
Ooh.
rednecks who want to fight fucking robots.
And if it well,
They hate
that
everything by
or
nature.
you can use the bums, and if the bum wins, it gets to have the job of the robot.
oh yeah,
It's like
That's right.
Highlander. There can only be one.
yeah, that's right, yeah, yep. Well, I mean, yeah,
but nobody knows
he's still
why.
gonna have to do it for free and work for and only eat the trash on the floor. like, no,
right.
you got to do the job
Dude,
the
the
same
bum
way. You
fight
got to
sounds
suck it
fun.
up and shit it out.
Now, well, that's the content. But getting to the story that we barely touched on.
Let's actually get to the story.
Walmart Supercenter number
I
930.
think people already know what it's about. Yeah.
Yeah. Walmart Supercenter number 937 in Marietta, Georgia, has a robot that cleans the floors we just described, but they nicknamed it Freddy after the janitor that was let go when it was hired to replace him.
Huh? Freddy Custodian.
That's a really
That doesn't
sick
have any
irony.
like
He also raped kids.
and
We're hoping the robot won't do that.
and he just like there's just a claw hand fucking robot. Come on, bitch.
No, this reminds me.
Riding
Of,
around
like,
the
I'm
lo-
waiting for. Like, if you see the new trailer for Chucky, where clearly some dude has corrupted the AI. in this
Yeah.
toy.
Oh yeah.
Like
I'm
that's what it
gonna
looks
say-
like. Some dude is gonna get like Frank.
Yeah,
Frank's gonna get behind the scenes of that AI, and he's gonna corrupt the shit out of it and turn it into like a killing version of him.
Freddy, who could rise above janitors,
Dude,
could
in
hack
a
the
Walmart?
Yeah, the
that's
super
amazing.
encrypted like fucking Amazon like.
I mean, this
style,
is Goodwill Hunting all over again, but
exactly.
evil.
Yeah.
Dude, it's gonna be like
Oh my
Hunger
god,
Games.
a
Yeah.
Goodwill Hunting where it's just bad will hunting. That's literally all you have to call it.
Goodwill Hunting. He gets fired from his custodial job. A robot takes over, but he's super smart.
Yeah,
Never
so, yeah,
found a chalkboard
yeah.
to prove it.
Yeah, exactly.
So he
Yeah.
hacks the robot instead and it murders everyone.
He just, I like the fact that he's just looking around for chalkboards all
There
over
we
the
go.
place. He always
Yeah.
has chalk just in case there's like a problem to solve, but there's just never a chalkboard with a problem on it.
Last scene in the movie, he makes a hopscotch grid away from the Walmart and just hopscotches away from
I'm a
where
genius.
as like beautiful music plays and
Yeah.
blood leaks onto the hopscotch grid.
Bad Will Hunting. Still starring
The
Matt
end?
Damon, right?
Question mark?
Yes, and
No, we'll use
Robin
we'll
Williams
use-
hologram.
No, we use Meth Damon from Breaking Bad.
Meth Damon. First of all, I just I like that guy. I like that guy better than the real Matt Damon.
Me too, but he looks
Yeah.
just like Matt Damon, except he's from the Meth show,
Yeah.
so he's Meth Damon.
Yeah, Matt Damon, but he was also in the one of the best Black Mirror episodes, in my opinion.
Yeah.
That
No, that guy's
Star
a
Trek one,
great actor.
I love that. I like him better than Matt Damon.
He's true value Matt Damon.
You did
Speaking of Walmart.
Well, I like a Matt Damon, but I can't quite afford one. What else you got? Well, we got this fucking retarded model over here.
Let's go through the bin.
Yeah, a factory second Matt
Hey,
Damon.
seconds bin.
This feels like he's going back to the Costco midget thing we were talking about.
Okay.
2 for 1 midgets, baby.
Oh, baby. All right.
if they look like Matt Damon, you get 2
so-
for 1.
Honestly, there's really
I
not
would
anything
like
to talk about with this story except for the robot is actually called Auto C. That's its legit name. So if anyone cares,
but
to
nobody's
know.
gonna call
AC, like that's how you shorten Auto
AC.
C.
Yeah, AC Slater.
Like there's no problem with the AC. Is it too warm in here? No, the fucking
No,
robot.
the robot.
You
Oh,
just
Freddy,
said,
you mean?
Yeah, Freddy.
Yeah,
just
Freddy.
say fucking Freddy.
Yeah, Freddy Krueger, our fucking janitor.
Fun, reliable, energetic, duolingual. Die you. Why does it say
Duolingo.
die you in the end?
Yeah, we never figured that one out, but we just needed to rush it to market. Die, bitch.
Well, at least it speaks 2 languages when it kills you.
Yeah.
Hola, die, bitch.
First of all, that's not 2 languages. That's saying hello and then die, bitch.
Yeah, 2 languages.
Yeah, well.
Oh, there we go. He has a picture of
Okay,
it.
cool.
I do indeed.
All right.
It actually almost looks like a gonk droid without the midget legs.
Yes, it looks like a
It
Frigidaire.
looks like a gonk droid with no midget legs.
Yeah,
It looks like
thought
it
they were gonna
looks like
make
it has
you know, like the thing about I love about like
Thought it
the
was a
Japanese,
handbook.
and I'm not gonna like get too stereotypical here, but like
You
when you see
can,
like a
it's okay.
Japanese robot, they're like cute and they're supposed to like make you want to interact with them and stuff. Americans, like Walmart does a robot, like, let's put a fucking mini fridge on wheels and have it follow women around the store.
Well, I mean,
and name it Freddy Krueger. I know his name wasn't Freddy Krueger.
Function over form.
Yes.
And then
but here's the thing, but you can have both.
What, do you want it to look like a literal maid? Like it's a robot person with like a maid's uniform and it's got an... They got rich. They spent $100,000 in each model to give it a literal vacuum.
No. What I'm saying is, give us some little squiggly eyes, like those little pasty eyeballs that,
Walmart sells googly eyes.
They do. Boom.
Go buy them.
Oh my god.
Leave. Come back in. And
Everybody.
Pasting googly eyes.
Don't be afraid of Japanese culture.
You should
put googly
deface
eyes.
property, but if you happen to be around there, you can purchase some googly eyes.
Yep.
For legit, and then go back in the store and find yourself a Marty or a Freddy.
In fact, if you go to craft stores, you can buy big googly eyes that are about 6 inches in diameter.
It's a pancake.
You can put 2 on it.
You have to smuggle them into Walmart to put them on there. Yeah.
Oh yeah, Walmart's not looking to see who brings stuff in illegally. They're trying to find stuff leaving illegally.
Yeah, exactly.
You're fine going in with shit in your pants.
I feel like I've
literal
been
shit in your pants.
People at Walmart.com. Check it out. Shit in your pants.
Yes, Chris.
No, I feel like somebody's actually done that before on like an AI robot.
I believe so, but here's the thing: we're trying to get everybody to do it now.
Oh, when they installed them in the Berlin
and a bunch of Nazi-based stuff.
Nazi robot. No, googly eyes and a Hitler stash. That's it. Don't go too deep. Don't go too hard. Googly eyes,
unless you can get the that custodian, the Bad Will Hunting, to hack into it and make it like say a bunch of Hitlery things. And that way people will be like, I don't like this robot. Give real people their jobs back. Real Nazis need their jobs.
Not even a German accent, huh?
The South Americans
a bunch
really
of white
proud.
nationalist hate speech.
Exactly, that's it. Yeah,
but not even a German accent.
Hey, my name's Kraus. Anyway,
I just wanted to go up to a woman and be like,
My name is Klaus.
Fraulein.
Yeah. My name is Klaus.
Hey, Fraulein.
Yeah, Fraulein.
What you doing, Fraulein?
All of a sudden, he would mix between that and like Sylvester Stallone. Hey yo, my name is Klaus.
Hey,
I don't know what we're doing.
He's over here sucking Frank's dick.
Don't Sylvester's law.
Full circle, baby.
Full circle. All right. It's funny because we have another web dropping that actually ties into this story 100%, and we didn't even mean to do this. It just lined up. Honestly, behind the scenes, we are a shit show. We basically throw the notes together, read them, and then do this.
Yeah.
I don't want to downplay us, but this week we actually kind of had to because we are hanging out with Chris, who's from out of state. Yeah.
So
and
he's to blame.
We want to do more talking and hanging out than research.
Yes,
New Hampshire.
So this worked out very nicely for us.
Yeah, exactly. And
You're welcome.
All right, next story.
You got this.
French woman wants to marry a robot as experts predict sex robots to become preferable to humans.
Is this more or less interesting than like somebody in Ireland marrying a ghost? Because this has been very popular.
Similarly,
I would say this one
is real.
I would say this one. The other one gives me like.
Wait, Jared, do you believe in robots?
I believe in robots. Yes.
Okay. Do you believe in ghosts?
I do not really know.
I believe in
I want to. I really want to. People out there are like, I love ghosts and love ghost stories, but I don't believe in God. I can't believe in ghosts. I don't believe in a soul. Like, don't you have to have like a soul?
I believe maybe if something has
there could be like a manifestation of energy that we don't exactly understand. But you know what it usually is? It's just a cold pocket, and you want to fucking see a ghost.
And you want a hot pocket.
I feel like there's something going on as far as maybe oh god, hot pocket.
I just have to point out that
soul pocket,
amazing fail. Soul pocket. Whoa, save!
it's like fucking soul.
That's a save. I was just about to rip into your terrible.
The listener can't see, but I'm sweating bullets right now.
Oh god, I hope you didn't hear what I just said. And then fucking Chris Ball, C-balls for the save. Boom. Soul pockets.
Dude, it's like the 70s show Soul Train. Like soul pockets, baby.
So yeah, there's definitely stuff we don't understand.
I think it's literally like
I still want to I still want to lose my virginity to a ghost. I mean, by ghost virginity, I've lost my real virginity.
What was that woman?
Yeah, I've lost my real virginity. I just want to lose my ghost virginity.
You want to Dan Aykroyd it.
I do. He just got a suck job. Yeah.
I would take that from a ghost.
Actually, we don't know that. We assume that's
Playboy
what it was,
model
right?
that died, the blonde one there, the really dumb one that made her.
Probably millions of them.
But she dated a really old woman.
They're stacked like firewood right now behind Playboy headquarters.
I'm pretty sure Hugh Hefner just had them euthanized when they were 23. They signed a contract young. They had no idea what was in it, and he just
23rd birthday, put her down.
Hey, why is she neighing like a horse? I don't know.
Yeah, there was one that
right.
married a really old rich man, and then
Yeah.
she died. I can't remember her name now. But
Well, there's Anna Nicole Smith.
Anna
Yeah,
Nicole
yeah.
She
Smith,
did
yeah.
that. She claimed that she had a wonderful sexual encounter with a ghost.
A lot
She was
of
probably high on all kinds of
And it was
weird
like
Playboy
full-
Mansion drugs.
I hope
yeah.
so.
And it was
Because
just
if it was real.
that was just fucking Hugh Hefner sneaking in with a sheet, going, and he's like, "Oh, you're withered like a ghost."
I could see him doing it
Yeah.
too. Like,
I'm a ghost. Well, I guess you're all withered and dry.
Well, I mean,
There's
think
no
about
way
it.
a human being can do this.
If you have
dust.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, it's ectoplasm.
no, it's like
It
for
can't
me.
touch you because it's
Yo,
not physical.
You have to abort my ghost, baby, or it will explode your stomach. Woo.
Oh wait, 23. Never mind. Put her down.
Yeah, yeah. And she's gone. Yeah.
And she's done.
I think
Call
this
it a
is
drug
like
overdose.
I think this is like the idea of being so rich and so powerful, having women at your access for so long. Eventually, you're just like, I gotta do really fucked up shit.
Well, yeah, well, and now luckily we're at
Yeah,
that
I mean,
point. I think
like-
now we're
like,
like
bring a girl
that
in.
shit's getting called out now, which is actually hopefully it's not going to put a stop to it, but it's getting called out enough where maybe dudes are like finally being like, maybe I shouldn't ask this woman to what was it? You know, the you were talking about the Jack Nicholson fucking squatting over top of a glass table.
Supposedly, there's been a bunch
women,
of
yeah.
actors like this.
Well, like,
taking-
but that's like people exerting their power over people because they're like powerful men and they can do that. And nowadays, hopefully, with the fall of the Weinsteins and even the one of my old personal heroes,
the
Louis
owner of the
CK's and stuff like
Patriots
that.
getting a rub and tug. From
Here's the thing: is that's totally
old
different.
lady.
That's just a dude getting a rub and tug.
But, yeah,
he paid somebody consented to give him a rub. Like, that sucks for him, and that's a PR nightmare. But it's but like a Weinstein falling from power, that kind of thing.
Yeah,
is
I
good,
mean,
yeah.
the idea of
Those people, like, in other words, like, you can't just be
Going
whatever. The guy from the fucking ABC was just like, come in and I have like a button that fucking locks the doors behind you. That's fine.
You know, earlier we were talking about swag, and you get that from doing the show.
Yes.
Or can. You know, at the Playboy Mansion, the kind of swag you got, just crates of dildos and lingerie.
Yeah, gonorrhea.
There had to be a day where Hefner just got that crate of dildos, and I would do this, and that's why I'm saying it. Just suction cup them on every inch of your fucking body and walk around the mansion like a monster.
Scott, you're having a party. You're having a party tonight. If you bought enough dildos for me to do that tonight at your party, I would do that.
Listen.
only when it's me, you, and Seaballs hanging out.
Dude, my brain, in my mind, I can visualize
I would
a
do that
guy,
in a heartbeat.
like the equivalent of a guy rolled up in like the industrial bubble wrap, and just rolling down a fucking hill.
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
dildos.
Yeah.
But
and then
dildos.
women's vaginas.
Oh,
Well,
my God.
you've seen those toys, the weird
Or
toys
assholes,
for kids
whatever.
that look like a worm with like little nubbies on it, and you can like whack things with it. Just it's like a worm thing. Same thing, but you're the human, and the nubbies are dildos.
Cool.
Ooh,
We haven't even gotten into the story yet, and we're already getting to the.
I kind of wish my kid had found my
Basically, this
lifestyle.
is like Jackass, but for sexual deviants.
I'm loving it.
It's like you're not even getting.
Well, you were
hurt.
talking about a lube
Well,
slip and slide earlier too, right?
Oh, man.
Yeah, somebody bought like a
Dude.
50, one of those things we covered on the podcast, like a 50-gallon drum of
I'm
lube.
seriously
right?
hoping I
yeah.
can find that video because my friend sent me
Yeah.
a 10-second clip of that, and
First of all, just a great slip and slide. It's probably way more comfortable than just just straight water going down.
That's like
it's-
Family
you
Guy,
get, like,
the,
no
the,
burn.
the oiled up deaf mute from the early
Yeah, that's
seasons
right, yeah,
of Family
yeah.
Guy,
Yeah.
where you just want to be like, and then just run around slipping.
Yeah. Whoop, 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 whoop.
Yeah.
I'm a human bar soap. Wow, don't
Well,
drop
he
me
was
in the
deaf
shower.
mute,
You'll
so he
be
had the
all
voice, but
great.
I don't want to do the voice. The
that's a wonderful
the Lou
connection to Fight
Ferrigno
Club
voice.
too. That's a wonderful connection to Fight Club too. Human bar soap.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Selling people's fat back to them.
Why the
Coming
hell am I
all
afraid
around.
of offending the deaf? They're not listening.
They're definitely not listening.
They're not fans of the show.
Hold on,
Listen,
let
this
me-
is
let me-
not a show for
This isn't
sensitive
Deafcast.
souls.
Let me. I've been signing to them this whole time.
Yeah, and I've been releasing it online in Braille.
Can you actually sign?
For deaf people.
I'm covering all my bases. I figure I'm going to offend someone. In fact, we may have more blind listeners than anything because
I would
listening
think so because
to
you
audio-
still.
Yeah.
What are you doing? Yeah. Man, you're so ignorant you can't even keep your disabilities straight. I don't even know who I hate anymore.
I hope I get 9 disabilities when I'm old, just as punishment.
Oh, you will, yeah.
Yeah, just as punishment.
Here's the thing: I also don't believe in karma. So guess what? Fuck you, universe. Bring it on. If it happens, it's gonna happen.
Listen, my wife is a hardcore first and second generation Portuguese. That means that she will never divorce me. That means if I get really fucked up and she has to take care of me, man, that's some great time on my.
Oh, so you can just
Especially she's a
you can
do
go
whatever you
straight.
want.
You
Oh,
can
yeah,
go
especially
straight, Jack.
so-
You can be like, I'm gonna skydive without a parachute. Boom. Next thing you know, boom. I'm a paraplegic. You get somebody feeding soup.
Dude,
You know
even
that?
Dick was
That's
lit. That'd be
my
perfect.
dream.
Just stay active and functional long enough for VR to get really good. Then just jack in.
I did use the Oculus.
Jack in, jack off.
That's what I want to live long enough to hit VR retirement homes.
Jack in,
Where
jack
they-
out,
you
jack
lay in the
off.
bed
Yeah.
and they're just like, well, Mr. Sanders.
Oh,
and
I-
they put on your head.
I was talking about this earlier. I
Futurama.
actually, I don't think we're like that far away from, because I was like, if I could just sit there with a VR helmet and that dick sucking robot thing, the AI,
you're good, you're good.
like I would literally probably be okay. I would starve to death and literally just be like a puddle. Like a drooling puddle in my living room, just be like just constantly just getting my dick sucked by a robot. Like, you know, after a while, it's just normal life. It becomes a chore. You're like, oh, I hope I get to go to work today.
Yeah, you got that you got that nurse who has to empty the robot every other day.
This is almost Matrix-esque.
It looks like she's pouring tapioca pudding into a toilet.
Yeah, and it just gets made into soap.
And we need to somehow
sell
this is going to connect and make fun of the Asians next.
Oh, let's try not to.
There's no
because we
reason
haven't
to.
even dived into the story.
There's no
yet.
reason to, because first of all, we're talking about the Frenchies.
Like French is
Yeah.
like
First of all,
the condiment,
Like, home, baguette.
like the condiment.
my grandfather is 100% French Canadian, so that means I'm allowed to make fun of French. I'm like half French.
Jealous.
All right.
I can't have a dual.
Want me to start? Want me to dive in? Want me to
Yeah,
dive in?
yeah, go ahead.
Go
yeah.
for
All
it.
right. On the surface, Lily seems like a blushing young woman ready to marry the man of her dreams, who makes her, quote, totally happy. Not in a French
toast,
accent.
baby,
Do you want to
toast.
do French accents for any quotes?
I don't think I can.
Okay,
I'm not
Chris, can you do a French accent?
That's my French
it's
accent's
Creole.
going,
Wait. Are we talking like
Sacre
Quebec?
Sacre bleu.
Are we talking about like Quebec? Because
No.
they're assholes. Nobody likes them.
France.
Fucking France hates them.
France, yeah. Which are like Parisian, where that's like
All right, then let's...
that's like a
All
like a-
Americans are
that's
assholes.
like down that's like down in the throat. We don't have that.
Good enough?
We hate
All
everybody.
Americans are assholes.
We'll skip that.
Yeah.
Only your partner...
I gotta work on that one.
Only...
Gotta workshop it.
Only her partner is a 3D printed robot named Inmovator, who she designed
3D
by
printed?
herself
Ooh.
after realizing she was attracted to humanoid robots generally rather than people. Quote, I'm really and totally happy. She loves the word totally.
Yep.
She told the news
Oh, she's that generation.
in her tentative English, so maybe she only
1990s
knows
Clueless with
totally.
Alicia Silverstone.
Well, she actually did the interview in English, not French, so... And it says tentative English.
Oh, yes, yeah.
So totally might be one of 9 words she's got down.
Yeah, totally.
That was our first words. Like first.
See what I did there?
Yeah.
We're totally in there.
Gotcha.
Just want to point out to my listeners who
I did the
clearly
snap point.
recognize how
Jer also pointed
Clever I
to
was.
all the listeners just now.
I did.
It was weird. He did like this helicopter
3,
360.
4, 5, 6, 7.
Quote, I'm really and totally happy. I'm sorry, I had to say it again.
Go ahead.
Quote, our relationship will get better and better as technology evolves.
Ron Perlman!
Perfect. Thank you. Thank you.
I love you.
That's a good Ron. Actually, that's a really good Ron.
It's a really good Ron.
It's one of my favorite
yeah,
Rons.
It's a really good Ron. Yeah.
The proud robosexual, as she calls herself, always loved the voices of robots as a child, but realized at 19 that she was sexually attracted to them as well. Physical relationships with other men confirm the matter.
Hard on Will Robinson.
At least she's sexually attracted. I mean,
Well, it's like,
here's
what
the
does
thing.
that mean? Okay,
Okay.
so she fucked guys and then fucked robots and was like, the robot's better. Of course, it's a piston
Dude,
with like a gas
I
engine.
feel
I
like
remember,
that's inevitable.
I remember
from women.
going
like a thing that just goes bat, bat. You've seen fucking machines
I
online.
feel like this is
I-
inevitable for all.
I'm
women.
assuming we've all seen fucking machines. Don't tell me I'm the only one. Oh, awkward. That got
Wait.
awkward.
We're all actually nodding in agreement. Yes, we've I
I
think
want to
we
make it weird for the listeners.
I feel like this should have been a video.
No,
This
but
point.
I will say this. I remember like going, as a good boyfriend would, like with one of my girlfriends, like go dildo shopping, like, hey, here, have this nice little
We've
thing.
all dildo shopped with our
and like
girlfriends.
buy her a nice
Yeah.
like a nice one, spend like
Haven't you?
No.
spend like
Oh, I've done it many
$100 some odd
times.
dollars or whatever, like buy like a really nice one. I'm like, get up bells and whistles, and then
Yeah.
I saw what this thing could
Fucking
do. I'm like,
Vermont
why
people.
the fuck are you dating me? This thing, it had like the beads that go this way and a rabbit thing that goes, and then the thing goes twirled. I'm like, I can go this.
That was kind of my thought.
I'm making a thrusting motion, but it really like. That's,
At first,
yeah.
I thought you were just going to say you stuck a dildo in the front of a rowing
going in.
machine, so every time you row forward, it just hits you.
I go in and I go out. I go in and she's like, "Well, this one goes like this, and got these beads, and then it's fucking."
What
and
is
then,
it? A fucking hyena? I mean, like it's got to
Yeah.
twist and twirl. Like it's got to learn. It's
yeah,
got to
but
suffer
you know,
It
directly.
plays Ed Sheeran songs, and it
Yeah.
electrocutes my taint.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's got
These are
the
really
taint
interesting
electrocuted.
Yep.
Yeah, it's beautiful. All right, so we all agree dildos are great. Where would we go? Oh yeah. So the robots are probably like at some point definitely going to be able to do more than a human being can. Also, we're sort of like saying
we're-
this
we're in
in
trouble.
jest right here, but I bet you 50 years from now, people listen back to this podcast and we're gonna sound like ignorant fucking yokels being like, oh my god, I can't believe back then people were saying shit about people being attracted to robots.
I mean, at least someone's listening to this still. That'd be pretty cool.
I feel, yeah.
Actually, Jared, funny you say that because David Levy, who is the author of Love and Sex with Robots, says he expects human-robot marriages to become commonplace by 2050, if not before.
And I have actually talked about this. Like, if AI gets really sophisticated, I think that one of the next big, not the next, but in the next 50 years, there's going to be a huge civil rights movement for AIs.
Yeah.
Because essentially, at some point, they're going to be. Because guess what? Like, we're just
the singularity. The first
we're
one
just
that says,
flesh surrounding a little computer.
Individual.
Like if we can create a computer that thinks it's human and can realize it's human, it is human. Like, there's no difference. We have a biological thing we got, like, grew from stardust.
But people will argue that it just thinks it's human because it was programmed to be able to think it's human.
Well, yeah, but guess what? What were we done? That was biology. That's literally what biology is. Yeah. We are programmed to think we're human.
No, you're gonna have a whole new breed of white nationalists at that point.
And that's what I mean. It's like I'm already. By the way,
robots.
AI overlords. I'm already on your side. I'm already pro civil rights for.
We're way ahead of this. We're 31 years ahead of this.
I
look at all the evangelists and everybody else.
If something can think they're a human being, there's literally no difference. If you can program like sensitivity and emotion, which would be a horrible thing if we ever do that. Make something hurt.
Oh, they'll do it.
But they will, because somebody wants to make somebody hurt, and they assume it's going to be okay to do it because it's just a robot. But then you realize
now at Walmart, HurtBot.
Yeah, exactly.
Are you mad at the associate who can't find
that means we can bring back
in the produce style?
Yeah.
Find the robot and hurt it to get your frustrations out.
They're still treated better than most of our Chinese employees.
I like that.
Robin Williams?
Yeah, it'd be like Futurama with the little heads floating in a glass jar, except it's synthetic humans.
Yep.
There's that too, yeah.
Like fucking bring back like all the classic fucking comedians that used to like really.
But just their heads. Like, we have the technology to clone your full body.
Yeah.
Then chop off your head, put in a jar so you don't get too uppity.
Oh, so they actually bring the whole body back and then decapitate them
and then save the head consciously. Like trauma.
It's like Hitler fucking like sitting there attached to it like a Schneider's head.
It's the body. Well, you had a good run once. This is your second
they're just gardening it like a cabbage patch or something, like pop, just like
listen,
popping the heads off.
My statement has always been technology is only as smart as the person that built it. So
except for when you
they're
teach
build themselves.
But the problem, that's the thing is like then when you're teaching things to learn and teach, then all of a sudden those things are like the whole point is that these things are then going to be able to teach. There are already like some computers that have taught themselves to patch their own programming, so they've learned to self-program. And some of those we've covered on the podcast that actually have created their own language internally to communicate.
The deep fake videos too. Now they're starting to adapt to themselves.
Yep.
And like,
because essentially, like the whole thing about artificial intelligence, it's intelligence. We are artificial intelligence. We are just like it just has to be biologically driven. So we assume we're real
just because we're
synthetic. It's not. Yeah. It's just really what we have figured out our brains so much that we can recreate it, and it's going to get so good that we are going to have human beings that just happen to be ones that we grew, or built.
Can we use deep fake for anything that is someone looking like someone they shouldn't? Like, if I just take a picture of Tom Cruise and put it up as my Facebook profile picture, can I say I'm deep faking? It almost.
Well, they can't track it back.
I'm being a bit facetious and weird, but it almost works as a noun now or a verb. Sorry to. Say you're covering up your image or changing
like
someone
deep
else's
faked or
image.
deep faking. Yeah.
Like why is your picture Tom Cruise? Well, I wanted to deep fake myself for a week.
Yeah, it definitely is.
It kind of turned into like that kind of a thing where anytime someone does that, it's that.
Well, but the thing, like a lot of that, like that happens with the technology or like the modern realm of technology and stuff. People misuse a thing and then it becomes that.
That's why I worry because I want deep faking to become like a fucking Snapchat app. Like right now they technically are with the girl one. The one where the guy, there's a Snapchat filter that makes you look authentically like a female.
I've done it.
I know it is,
and it is creepy. And that guy catfish.
It's creepy. I don't know how to jerk off to that. I've never come in my own mouth before. And ruined a couple of iPhones that way.
Laying on the ground with your ass on a pillow.
A guy catfished another pedophile. Not another pedophile. One pedophile didn't catfish another one.
Yeah.
A teenager.
Just as
they meet each other at like a fucking gathering.
I got him.
It's like a snake eating its own tail.
Yeah, just like two dudes that they're showing.
We've all come full circle now.
Yeah, but
anyway,
it was a teenager who used that thing, which basically is deep faking. He made himself look like the girl version himself. Contacted an older dude and then told the police about what happened, and they arrested the dude.
I want to do this now.
Like cat faking, like catfish fake. I don't know. There's got to be something in there. Yeah, right. Because you're using like deep
deepfaking
deepfake technology and then utilizing it for.
I mean, the real reality.
Instead of just using like a fake.
Deep fishing. It's deep. No, that word's already taken.
Dude, listen, my friend just did. My friend just showed me this
for
recently.
fishing.
Cat faking.
Yeah.
My friend just did this recently. My
Cat
buddy
faking?
Kind of, but my friend did this in Ohio. Like, he had a friend who works at the post office with him, and he showed me a picture of her before and after Snapchat. And she went from, like, the hot fucking model to literally looking like the trailer park fucking crackhead.
Which one am I supposed to be? I'm attracted to both of those.
Before Trailerhead Crackhead, after Hot Model.
Dude, I'll show you the picture. It's fucking scary.
Well, no, I've seen people do that on
hurts.
Facebook myself. People who
And
I
this
know
is
in real
not
life
the-
who,
and this
no
is not the
offense if you're
opposite-
listening,
Wait.
look like a
Did
fucking...
she make herself look hotter, or she was like a hot
Hotter.
person they
Way
made?
hotter.
Yeah, no, I wasn't sure because the other way around would be making somebody who's really hot look really
No,
shitty.
I
Be
know-
like, oh, look what they look like in real life.
Yeah, but
without
see, that would
makeup.
be
Boom.
interesting.
I know people...
Yeah, but it would still be the same like harmful aspect of it. If you make somebody who's legitimately like considered like traditionally
Cindy
attractive.
Crawford trying to look like the fucking crackhead whore, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well,
Like,
that's what I
she
mean.
would get harassed.
If somebody's like, oh, look at what they
That's
look
an
like
old
without
man
makeup,
reference.
and they have a deep fake of somebody who looks just enough like it, but it's like nasty. They're like suddenly they could tank a Instagram like influencer's career because those are purely superficial accounts. Like those people, and I would not be for that. Like those people should be able to make money on their looks if that's what they want.
I know people use that Snapchat filter to look so much better on Facebook, and I know these people in real life, and they look like when the toast gets stuck in the toaster and it burns and won't pop out, they try to tongue it out.
It certainly makes me very happy.
Yeah, you know when you perform cunnilingus on your toaster? We've all done that, right, boys?
Oh.
Yeah.
It's a slot, right?
Yeah.
English, I get a hole, man. You lick it and it fucking breaks in the yolk. That's a visual.
Yeah. So maybe I'll put two of my iPhones in a toaster to try to burn off the cum that I cummed in my own mouth one time, just because I was trying to make those iPhones.
They do have Gorilla Glass.
What am I, crazy?
But now it's sad that deepfake's going to become illegal most likely because if it's not misused, it'd be fun as fuck.
You're never
here's the
gonna
thing,
You could do
stop
like
that.
a selfie video walking down your hometown street and it would look like Tom Cruise's face.
Yeah, let me
and you could say all kinds of weird shit and be funny, but not hurt
Oh, that would-
anyone.
No, but let me
not hurt anyone.
Let me clarify that like the deepfake the technology behind it will never become. They can't like make that illegal. What they're trying to do is essentially make sure that like people who do those legit. We've got that on the podcast too. With like the legit porn ones is essentially the same as posting images of somebody naked because it is like without their consent. I'm totally for that. Like
I'm
people
waiting for
should
those.
not.
I'm
people
waiting for the Snapchat nudes.
Yeah.
like people should not
Wait,
be able to
what?
like. Yeah, it's not good. Yeah. All right.
Like someone crafting it. Like
Oh, yeah.
Oh my god, that'd be
Oh, yeah.
hilarious.
I'm waiting for hardcore lesbian porn where someone deepfakes Nick Cage's face on both of them.
So you and I are going to do that then.
We're gonna-
Empty promises.
I already jerked off to it twice since I said those words.
Oh man,
I was the
you're ahead
catcher.
of me.
And I just want to dub to in his voice.
Yeah.
That's the next step of deepfake is the
That'd be amazing.
Yeah.
We're like 1930s.
Which is funny because actually people heard a lot of Nick Cage samples in our Web Droppings 2.0. Like most of that is just ridiculous Nick Cage from his most ridiculous shit. I can't remember what movie it was.
When was he not ridiculous? I mean, I don't.
Leaving Las Vegas?
He played drunk, which is
Oh,
also
that-
kind of ridiculous.
Oh yeah. I mean, in other words, like that was the most
Angels
respectable
one,
he's been.
too.
Yeah, I think so. He's like I fucking love that guy.
Me too.
And not just in a jokey way. The guy, like when he plays in a good movie, that guy.
Mom
fucking
and Dad
rocks.
and Mandy.
Snake Eyes. I love
Two
Snake
good
Eyes.
horror movies in
Yep.
2 years, and they both had him going off the chain.
In
That
different
man
ways
just
too.
knows how to
Different
just
ways.
give it all.
Yep.
In different ways. And then Snake Eyes, always big
I
fan of Snake
still
Eyes.
quote Mom and Dad all the
Yeah.
time.
Yeah, good call. Good conspiracy.
That obviously has one of those awesome. Snake
City
Eyes
of
has a
Angels.
great single.
sorry?
Single
Movie,
shot.
City of Angels.
City of Angels.
That was the
Was
only
he straight in that
serious
one?
Yeah, he was
Okay.
British. That
yeah.
stupid Goo Goo Dolls song that came out, that was huge.
Oh yeah.
I still wish he was in the Kevin Smith Superman movie. I just wish he was as Superman.
wasn't
trying
name,
to
it
play
was,
straight, but no.
It was Iris, maybe.
Iris.
Or Iris,
It was
yeah.
Iris.
Yeah.
The one that everybody wants to get married to, including my wife. And
It's
then,
it's
and then
one.
I say no, and then I
it's-
go to Smashing Pumpkins song, so I win.
It's one of my karaoke jams. I don't have to like the songs to sing them. It just
it's
happens to be
karaoke.
just happens to be
No.
Johnny Resnick is in my range. I can sing Resnick, or whatever the guy's name is.
It depends on how much I
whatever
drink.
his name is. It's not like I got a Goo Goo Dolls tattoo or anything.
I can't remember the name.
I don't even want to address that,
Find their
honestly.
name before they were a band. Go find a name. Go find their name before they were Goo Goo Dolls. It was something fucking like.
Well, actually,
terrible punk
you remember
name.
like the first Goo Goo Dolls album was like hardcore fucking rock and roll, like punky stuff, and then they just like name happened to like in the middle.
Who likes to play with dolls? Go, dolls.
Wait, That's a brilliant name. Epiphany.
By the way, another empty promise. We're definitely gonna make that
also,
into a
that's
song.
our new content. Goo Goo Dolls, if they started out as hardcore death metal.
Oh, dude,
right.
we should do it. I'm surrounded by synths. It's beautiful.
Oh yeah. I'm definitely gonna be making
metal
that
song
yeah.
about Goo Goo Dolls before they were Goo Goo Dolls.
Oh yeah.
Oh, Resnick has an amazing name for that.
No, because we
Like
spent so
Reznor.
much time talking about that story, I want to skip the cult one because I think
That's
there's
first
too
of all,
much there.
that is too much content. I would like to bring that to next week because I need to cover that story, but I also need to do way more research on it. 'Cause
Now,
that turned out to be like an onion.
That'll never happen.
story. Yeah.
No, we have about 10 minutes
So we have,
left, so this seems perfect.
We have 10 minutes left. 12 minutes left. Boom.
11 minutes left. 13 minutes left.
Let's just
Let's count. Let's say numbers that
Yeah.
aren't accurate. Wait, one of those was. Yeah, right.
But-
Listener, your turn to guess which one was right.
I also would like to note that you just named 2 prime numbers in a row. 11 and 13.
I did not know
4
that.
and 8.
He hasn't quite got the prime number thing yet.
69.
I was an English major.
That's 2 numbers.
Yeah, it's not prime.
It's 1 number, too, if you put them together.
Yep.
I just said 2-9.
Burn.
Mate, 6-9.
Oh my god.
Wait, have you 29 your wife for? What is that? Hey, honey, you want a 29? What?
I don't know. I'm just talking. We're trying to kill time, right?
No, we don't have to.
I know. I'm waiting for you to open your show notes.
They're here.
How about you read them? Come on, Jer.
Have you sucked my
I don't
phone?
believe Jer can read.
Who
But should he?
who man's have stirred ground spooks in the bake of their schools. So these
It's like
I'm just kind of used to it.
it's like a Danish trying to come
Humans-
to English for
Yes.
the first time.
Humans
Ow,
have spokes in their schools.
it's like fucking Belky Patakum
Am I
over
even
You're not
close?
wrong.
Am I no, okay.
No, you could be accurate because bicycles.
Humans have started growing spikes in the back of their skulls because we use smartphones so much. This is actually legitimate news from Newsweek.
Well, it's from Newsweek, which is
it's semi-legit. Yeah,
good.
it's
Kinda
like
ties
CNN
back
level,
to the
you know.
whole, like,
USA Today, legitimate.
Entertainment Weekly of news.
Yeah. It is the God, I don't know.
And what are they wearing this fall?
Yeah.
Well, the spikes like to be adorned with little tassels.
Oh, yeah, actually, at some point they're going to accessorize.
Let's start designing spike jewelry ahead of the curve.
Already new content. Boom.
It's like iPhone charms, which don't
Yeah.
work anymore because there's no headphone jacks.
Exactly.
Now it's for your head
Yeah.
jack.
Right before the next
Head
evolutionary
bone.
stage. Yeah.
Head bone jacks.
Head bone.
Ooh.
I love your
Head bone
marketing.
Connect to you.
You're like, you know what? People are stupid. They're gonna need head bone jacks.
What's
I
that
love it.
dangling out the back of your head? That's just my head bone jack.
This is an
Oh,
amazing
I thought
metaphor.
they got rid
in
of
there.
those. Yeah, no, not yet. I got the old model. Yeah, they still have the head bone jack here.
Metal guys look at them like shave. Oh, we haven't even really talked about this.
Yeah.
Let's
Okay.
get
First of all,
into it.
I mean-
everybody out there, press your fingers into the back of your skull, just above your neck.
We'll give you a moment to
Yeah,
do this.
yeah.
If you're in the car,
Now.
take both hands off the wheel. If you
Yep.
use both hands, you can find it faster.
Exactly.
I mean, it's okay if they're outside of the country.
Now.
If they die from this, then we won't be responsible.
Correct.
Nobody's gonna know.
No, we're not responsible for any
Yeah.
deaths. That's part of the show.
Yeah,
We
we should
say- we say
have
it-
said that at the top. Actually.
We say it at minute 63.
Yep. Exactly.
It's like a vocal flash, like that movie.
If you feel a small spike, you may be among people whose body has responded to smartphone use by growing new layers of bone. Now, we were talking about this on the porch earlier when doing a little bit of research. You were saying this mostly takes place with people between the ages of 18 and 30, people who have been using essentially smartphones. Might as well say since they were born. Not really. I mean, the iPhones came out in what, like 2005 or whatever they were. 2000.
Yeah, around 2005.
I can't remember what it was. Like similar to YouTube. I'm actually gonna look
I'm
it up. 'cause
shortening my numbers, by the way. 2004 came out as 24.
Yeah. You know, 2-4, a 29, my wife.
219.
Yeah. Hey,
Got
honey,
this.
want a 24 tonight? Your sexual positions are getting really hard to like figure out.
I mean,
Like, what? Are you sitting like a chair in one of them?
Tonight's 57.
Heinz 57. I literally
That's where
just
you
said.
get into a diving board position over someone squatting like they're a chair.
I just want to apologize for the fact that I literally just thought of the first thing that had 57 in it and just said the
Heinz.
words.
So
I
that's
said,
like
Heinz
34.5.
Boom. All right.
69, I got time for that. We'll do a 34.5.
Oh, yeah.
So,
Yeah.
in this study that was done in 2018, a group of people they tested the bone in the back of their neck, and 41% of them had the lump. 10% had the spike, and it was at least 20 millimeters long. It was more common in men than women, and 67% of men had it, 20% of women. The longest was 35.7 millimeters in a man and
That's
25.5
not negligible.
in a woman.
That is noticeable. In
That's
other words,
3.57 centimeters.
Yes.
I don't know if I buy it though.
That is like
Which
that's,
is easier to
that's
grasp.
over an
I think,
inch.
for
That's over an
people.
inch. Yeah,
over
like,
an inch.
2.5 centimeters to an inch
long
about. Yeah.
spike in the back of your neck.
I mean, I don't know if we buy it though, because I mean, evolution, even adaptation, takes a long time. To do.
Not always.
Not like
no.
a span of
It-
10 years, 20 years.
It doesn't
There was a
always. It doesn't
flightless
always.
bird that went extinct, and its ancestor that it had diverged from to become flightless then populated a nearby island and also became flightless. And it took, I think it said 10,000 years, which sounds like a lot of time.
Yeah,
but to completely, as a bird, become from being an eagle to a penguin, 10,000 years is a short amount of time.
One of the books on my shelves here
much
is about I can't remember which one it is, by Richard Dawkins, and they point out the fact that they essentially domesticate foxes over a 30-year period, and they just become a completely unrecognized, because people talk about how wolves. Like all the dogs we have right now came from wolves, and that was over a short period of time. We saw that happen, like not we, but like that's happened over hundreds of years.
How about
they did that? They did that in protected environment with foxes, and they became domesticated, and they changed their color. They started looking like border collies. Yep. They got smaller. It was over 30 years. So
that's true. And
this shit can
that's
happen.
fair.
Yeah.
Human height.
And we were talking about one generation. We're talking about 25 to 30 years of this, because my thought is it probably started. We're talking 18 to 30-year-olds. We're talking people in the exennial generation who started using smartphones, but we're not attached to them nonstop. People start using iPhones when they're like essentially born. Like kids are on tablets.
Yeah,
they're born with them.
And my thought it has to do with the craning the neck.
That's how new models come out now. They're born with them.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Oh yeah, they will. You're
they're born for Instagram. Yeah.
That yeah. By the way,
but also, Jared,
June 29th, 2007. And by the way, I would like to also point out that my Google search for this was when was iPhone, and it did come out June 29th, 2007.
Okay. Human height's my biggest example of evolution being noticeable. Go back 100 years, the average human height was like 5'7". Now it's about 6.
Yeah, see?
But they have said that it's going back down though.
It's a half a foot difference almost in 100 years. Yeah. That's significant.
Yeah, I mean, not average. The average is like, it's also.
I think it's getting shorter.
It's actually.
No, we're still on the upward trend.
Yeah, no, yeah,
it's explainable because we walk on hard, flat surfaces, not rocky, rough terrain. Longer legs allow you to cover that surface with less energy.
I'm short, so
because the thing is, because we're talking about like when we're talking about evolution, we're talking about incremental pieces of evolution, and we're talking about things like a little bone thing. We're not talking about somebody becoming a completely different species. That takes like tens of thousands of years. But the way those species become is generational. Like one generation will have almost a
tiny
half-inch
piece
bone
at a time.
Half-inch bone, almost not even noticeable till we read the story, and then. But people out there probably didn't even think it was unnatural, and now they're like feeling back. They're like, oh shit, my parents don't have that or whatever.
Yep.
So this is something like that is the, and I'm guessing, does it have to do with like craning the neck or something? Like
that's like
looking down? I don't know.
I don't think the story ever really explained anywhere.
I mean, my guess is it's new enough where it's like science is going.
This
to be
is like explaining to my child what a rotary phone is. You know what I mean?
Well, I remember.
You can't find. By the way, you can't find the bony protrusion in young people. It actually grows as you grow older.
Yeah, I mean, so it's probably like relative to your size, so you're not going to be able to feel it when they're young, and then it probably grows just like a lot of other things.
Yeah, like bone growth. Like you know, like
how bones
grow. But again, just layers of bone. Like
it could also be how we identify the lizard people.
Also, I'm curious, like how
I was supposed to say. I hope this is alien related.
You can also say like I'm actually curious to look at, because I like looking at the scientific method behind this the scientific method behind this. Of determining how they have actually, like, I would actually have to do more research to find out, like, they're talking about layers of bone. My guess is this has happened over generations. It might not just be because of the smartphone. I'm wondering how many people are just like
it's this causation versus correlation.
Yeah, well, I feel like is this just Newsweek? Newsweek is not. Yeah, I would like to do a little more research and find out what the real reason is. That being said, there's some shit happening with human beings.
I feel like it was part of the generation.
There's some shit happening with human beings.
Oh my god!
No, I feel like it definitely is a part of evolution normally in some form, but because of how we do things now, it's totally fucking adapting to that.
Just think in one more generation, you could hang your kids up like a coat on a rack.
Oh my god.
That's the whole point, boy. Yeah.
Damn it, man. That would be great. My kid's being an asshole.
Yeah, just hang him up by his neck bone. It's like the scruff of a cat.
Yeah.
Just throw a fucking drape over.
Yeah,
like birds.
Kids are just gonna be born with like selfie sticks, like somehow in there. Like,
and then 200 years from now,
like their arms are just going to be selfie sticks.
And in 200 years, there'll be stegosauruses, just spikes down.
We're going fucking full circle. We're going back to the dinosaurs.
I would just unwind the fucking stand for the selfies to let his arm drop from the ground, just laugh at him.
Yeah. Where's
your arm? You're a bastard.
Yeah. Where's your arm?
Done.
Really? I think they would call that child abuse. Yeah. If you unscrewed your child's arm.
Maybe, but what if he's
Are we
good,
coming
then
full
I'll buy
circle
them.
to robot kids now?
Might as well.
Where you could?
Dude, that'd be great.
Robot kid? Turn him off at
Well,
night
here's the
so he
thing.
doesn't wake you up.
Actually, what if like down the line
No
again,
babysitter, turn him off.
Again,
Toddler years,
down the line, you've got AI so good that like people like who can't have kids for any reason, or maybe like don't want to necessarily go through the rigmarole of actually
get
like
a robot
biologically.
kid.
They get a robot
With
kid.
this
But
help-
will they be given like the same like tax breaks and benefits and rights, and because they still have to take care of like a kid.
But the kid can only age if you have enough money to upgrade him. So if you're poor, you're stuck with a baby.
Yeah. Well,
forever.
just like real poor people, you're just stuck with a
can
stupid.
learn. It has machine
Kidding,
learning.
I grew up poor.
So
I'm allowed to say that.
It could have like a college degree, but it's a baby.
I wonder what the Salvation Army's gonna do when they just get like a fucking bushel of babies just crying at once, but they can't get rid of it because they feel bad because it's too much.
secondhand babies.
Yeah.
It's gonna feel too much.
Yeah. Oh, I got one of those True Value Matt Damon. Sweet. That's called the callback, ladies and gentlemen.
That's gonna be the fucking coolest cabbage patch.
I think that's a good way to end the show. And the way that I want to actually end the show is because last week we were talking about like a joke with Roy Moore, right? We were talking about Ramblin, Namblin Man.
we were.
Guess what? Turns out
Jer did something.
no, I didn't do anything.
It
turns out.
Didn't you?
No, it turns out this is. I'm passing this off as real.
That's better. That's actually better.
3, 2. So it turns out, Roy Moore. Hey guys, you hear about this? Roy Moore's actually he's really created something like this. You guys fucked it up. I created a thing called Ramblin' Namblin' Man based on our fun last week. This is a fake, or maybe real. Actually, it's probably more plausible than a lot of the like crazy shit he would come up with. This is a let's say a tentative Roy Moore ad. Roy, if you're listening and you want this ad, I will literally give it to you for free if you want to use this ad on your campaign trail. This is Matthew Chevy, which is a good friend of the show who does country music. It is not another fake name of mine that I use. And Roy Moore doing this little ad campaign for 2020. I hope you enjoy it. And hey, vote pedophile.
Get lost.
Get lost.
Get lost.
Hello there. This is Roy Moore. Yes, the same disgraced Roy Moore from the 2017 Alabama Special Senate race who lost by just a smidge because of my alleged pedophilia. Sure, I like my ladies like I like my chicken, tender and dipped in hot sauce. But in the wake of Alabama's rootin' tootin' new abortion law, it looked like a perfect time for good old Roy Moore to step on back into the spotlight. Cause holy heck, Alabama, y'all got crazy these past couple years, even by our standards. And I'm ready to capitalize on that, boy howdy. So I created a new coalition to test the waters for a possible 2020 Alabama Senate run. I call this new group NAMBLA, the New American Moore Believers Legion of America. Because when people think Roy Moore, I want them to think NAMBLA. So I got my good friend here and country singer Mr. Matthew Chevy to sing here a song about all the things I hold dear. Because I'm a ramblin' namblin' man. And I hope you join me in our shared love of this tender young country and all the glory she has to offer us, even if her parents don't think it's okay. Damn it, we should be allowed to love her in public without the liberal media jumping down our throats. So take it away, Mr. Matthew Chevy. I got a pickup truck, it's American made. I'm a ramblin', namblin' man. I'll salute my flag all across your face. I'm a ramblin', namblin' man. You sit for the anthem, that's a gosh dang disgrace. I'm a ramblin', namblin' man. And I don't know why we freed all them slaves. I'm a ramblin', namblin' man. I go to the mall to go fondling girls. I'm a ramblin', namblin' man. I take off my pants and I hide at the school. I'm a ramblin', namblin' man. I kidnap some kids and hid them under my porch. I'm a ramblin', namblin' man. I got my pickup truck and a tween that I fuck. I'm a ramblin', namblin' man. They say I'm too extreme for Bama, cause I just fucked my mama. But that's just why you need me in the Senate. I'm I'ma shake my dick for freedom. God and country love 'em. I also love the middle school girls. Put a pedo in the Senate. Put a pedo in the Senate. Everyone expects it, Alabama. Vote pedocrat, not Democrat. Pelosi, she's a grossy. Don't listen to the liberal snowflakes. They'll take away our cows and force you to abortion and teach the evolution in our schools. Well, I ain't come from monkeys. Vaccines are for hippies. I'll buy your daughter's panties for $1.